las dos va a ser el presidente de los argentinos. Tenemos por delante la responsabilidad de decidir quién va a cuidar nuestra salud.
We have the responsibility
¿Quién va a cuidar
to
nuestro
know
trabajo y
who is
nuestra
going
educación?
to take care of
Tenemos
us
por
regarding
delante la
healthcare.
responsabilidad de decidir cómo construimos la Argentina de los próximos
We have the
4 años.
responsibility to decide who is going to build the Argentina we want to.
Para la Argentina, que es la construcción de un gran acuerdo con políticas de Estado.
We need to build a new agreement taking into account state politics,
Con el respeto a los que piensan distinto.
respecting those who think different.
De definir los próximos 4 años de quién va a representar a la Argentina.
So the decision of who is going to lead Argentina for the next 4 years is in your hands.
Muy bien, ahora es el turno del candidato Javier Milei.
Buenas noches. Soy Javier Milei. Soy economista, liberal libertario. Soy especialista en temas de crecimiento económico con...
In the economic chart,
Por lo tanto,
therefore,
cómo hacer crecer a una economía,
we have to make to the economic growth
puesto de trabajo de calidad con buenas
and the jobs that have quality
terminar con la pobreza,
and ending poverty.
terminar con la indigencia.
We should end with the poverty in the world, in the country,
Sé cómo exterminar de una vez por todas el cáncer de la inflación.
and how to terminate once and for all the cancer of inflation.
Mi compañera Victoria Villarruel
My partner, Victoria Villarreal,
temas de seguridad y defensa.
stated that the issues of security and defense, therefore,
Problemas que hoy aquejan a la Argentina
and we should fight the problems that are here today in Argentina,
y con la inseguridad.
and especially on security.
Pero es bueno que tengan conciencia
But it's good that we have to taking into consideration,
mismas cosas, porque una Argentina distinta
because a different Argentina will be very possible for all.
De esta manera terminamos el espacio de las presentaciones.
We end the space of presentations.
Recuerden que el reglamento
Remember
dice que la idea es que
that the
muestren sus
idea
propuestas y que debatan.
is that you can have questions and have a debate.
Temático, de los cuales tienen 6 minutos cada
And you have 6 minutes each.
Recuerden, candidatos, que nosotros
Let's remember that
vamos
we
a intervenir si se
are going to
interrumpe,
intervene
si sucede alguna
intervene
cuestión particular que entorpezca el desarrollo normal
if any
del
one of
debate.
you interrupts the development of the debate.
Los 2 minutos. A pedido de ustedes,
And you have 2 minutes and you ask for
cuando falten 15 segundos para
15
completar
minutes
los
to
2
comment.
minutos, sonará una alarma.
And there will be an alarm that will be.
Será doble dicha alarma.
El reglamento dice también que tienen
The
que
rule says that you have to
tener un trato cordial,
be polite.
que no se interrumpan.
And it's important that you not be interrupt each other, that you not interrupt each other.
De agresión de tipo
There should be not
personal,
any kind of aggression,
diseñada aquí en este escenario, tal cual acordaron entre ustedes.
as you previously
La
agreed.
economía, y tiene la palabra Javier Milei.
Javier Milei has a word.
Argentina lleva 100 años de
Argentina has
decadencia.
been leader like 70 years of decadency. It started in the 20th century, and today the kind of change that we're seeing right now, we have 45% of poverty and inflation that is every day increasing. There's a lot of hyperinflation, and there's a concept that we denominate the model of inflation. And the premise when there was a necessity, the premise that the necessity are endless, and we don't have resources. This is a problem to real economists, because there is the private property, but this is not the urge right now. We should intervene. We have the fiscal deficit. In fact, Argentina in the last few years, it have a fiscal deficit, and it had debts. It had debt for the future generations, the generations that we are the top influencers of the modern history, and we should encourage the use of machine and press money. We have two hyperinflations, and the other alternative is the arrangement of policy. And this is what makes that the private sector could be fixed. And say that is the origin of the problem, not the solution.
Bueno, creo que lo bueno de este debate es que tiene la oportunidad de que cada uno de nosotros podamos exponer y podamos preguntar. Javier, por sí o por no te quiero preguntar.
I would like to ask you, Javier,
El programa de Feynman que vas a eliminar los subsidios. Vas a eliminar
this program that would eliminate subsidies,
la muerta, como dijiste en el programa de Chichester, sí o no. Por sí o por no, vas a dolarizar la economía como planteaste.
and either case, are you going to dollarize the economy?
Por sí o por no, vas a privatizar ríos y mares
I would also would like to know if you're going to privatize
en tu programa de gobierno, sí o no.
all businesses, and if all of this is included in your government program.
A ver, primero a mí no me vas a condicionar si te contesto sí o no. Lo que sí te voy a decir es que, ¿sabes qué?
You know what?
Mintiendo con los subsidios. Ustedes son unos mentirosos.
You are all liars.
Asustar a la gente de cómo lo hiciste.
You are lying to people how you made it.
Boleto, ¿sí? Si vos agarrás, ¿sí? Y te fijás, dado lo que
If you say it and you say what you,
por lo tanto, digamos, primero tendrías que multiplicarlo por 6.
you'd have to multiply for 6.
Te vas a 350.
And that is going to be 350.
Ahí. Pero además nosotros queremos atacar
Besides, we want to attack
la parte que tiene que ver con los impuestos.
the part that have to do with taxes.
Te voy a decir algo.
And I'm telling you,
Vamos a tocar las tarifas. ¿Sabes por qué?
we're not going to be involved with the tariff because you know what? The economy is going to be recovered.
Las tarifas. ¿Y sabes cuál es el problema tuyo?
And you know what's your problem?
Nos reventaste los ingresos. Con vos, como ministro de Economía, cayó 30.
And as a minister for economy, you increase the incomes.
Decir más. ¿Sabes qué?
You know what?
Los mismos ingresos que teníamos la convertibilidad, igual que antes de tener la miseria que
We had the convertible before having the misery that we have right now.
tendríamos 1.800.000. Mirá la miseria que generamos.
And you see the misery that you have created.
Voy a terminar con el Banco Central.
And I'm going to end with the bank.
Es el origen de la inflación.
You know what is the origin of inflation?
¿Sabes por qué voy a terminar con la inflación?
You know what I'm going to finish with inflation?
Nosotros. ¿Sabes cuántos nos robaron ustedes con la inflación?
Do you know how much you have stolen?
Más de 20 años.
For more than 20 years, you have stolen a lot.
280.000 millones de dólares.
A lot of dollars you have stolen from us.
Participás, nos están robando 90.000 millones de dólares.
You're stealing more than $90 million.
Seguir jodiéndole la vida con robarnos con la inflación.
And you are damaging the life of the people with inflation.
Provincial, yo no me tengo que meter.
And I'm not going to be involved in all of that.
Privatización de los mares. Ni siquiera sabés extrapolar un caso de teoría económica.
You can even pass over a case of the economy.
Bueno, lo primero que te voy a dar es un consejo. El debate es largo, no te pongas agresivo porque la
I
gente que espera
would appreciate if you wouldn't be so aggressive when answering questions.
Si hay algo que esperan los argentinos es que el 10 de diciembre, gobierne quien gobierne, nos demos la construcción de políticas
Something
de Estado.
that Argentinians are expecting from us is that regardless of whatever happens on December 10th, we should treat each other with respect.
¿Vas a dolarizar la economía? ¿Vas a eliminar los subsidios?
So I repeat my question. Are you going to dollarize the economy? Are you going to retire sufficient?
I just only express what I believe. That in a nation that generates a government, if we could dollarize the country, we would have more incomes. And I will be in parallel. Yes, I'm going to eliminate the central bank. And the suffrages, I really explained it to you.
No lo entendí.
I didn't understand. I'm not going to touch that. And I want to know your proposal because we didn't hear any proposal from you.
Tengo todavía un largo tiempo
I have still a long time for.
que quedan, pero o mentiste en lo de Feynman o mentiste esta noche, porque dijiste que ibas a eliminar todos los subsidios.
Te acabo de explicar cómo lo voy a hacer. O sea, porque además, quizás no lo sabés.
You know that
De tarifa tampoco los podrías dar todos juntos.
in the case of Zara, if we're gonna put it all together,
O sea, eso de estar fraccionando videitos, esa
the kind of keep fractured videos,
haciendo que te funcione la campaña de miedo.
and that it also functions in your campaign and the campaign you are making. But you know what?
Vamos a hacerle cargar el ajuste al Estado. O sea,
We are just going to have all the burden in the states,
la economía, vamos a tocar tarifas. Cosa que vos también
and we're going to have to get involved in the tariff.
después, cuando se te terminó la nafta, la subiste.
And when you ended, you rise all that. No, because unfortunately, we have managed to know if the suffragettes and the system, the transportation, and the system of credit, and what is the system, are you going to eliminate it or not? I told you not. I mean, you lie. No, I didn't lie. It is not a fact of yes or no. Well, unfortunately, throughout the whole campaign, this candidate had been said that it's going to eliminate all the suffragettes, the rising of the 40% tariff, and among other things, the rise of, and all that represents that the program of attention, the client attention, and that reduced $83,000. It's very easy. You're a liar. You're saying that I'm a liar, but you are the liar. I'm the one who is telling the truth. Javier, I understand. I understand that beyond economist, what is at stake right now is the future of Argentinians. Who is going to sit with the central workers? And unfortunately, what we're seeing is that you are contradicting yourself. You lie to justice that is very, very severe. And all the people at home are going to judge what you're saying. All the people that saw the videos didn't know that you have a negative campaign. Someone who sold the campaign is here today. Are you going to dollarize or not the economy? We're going to eliminate the central bank, and we are going to enter the cancer inflation. Well, I'm going to try to understand to Argentina what it means. In the first place,
the elimination of the central bank is not the solution for what Argentina needs. So, appropriating the goods of Argentinians in name of the state is not what we're needing right now. What Argentina needs is an improvement for labor laws based on the needs of Argentinians. What Argentina needs are new laws for our kids is to for them to have accessible schools at affordable prices. What we would like to know if the FFP are going to come back. Candidate Javier Milei, your time has concluded, so we leave the board for Mr. Massa. Today, Argentina, there are more than 7,000 jubilees. And the state has to provide for them. What Argentina needs, it's a program for providing for these jubilees. low taxes, and furthermore, all of this is going to be implemented from December 10 on. We are going to start a new regime that will respect the needs of every Argentinian. We have finished with the topic of economy. We will move on to other topics. We will talk now about the relationship of Argentina with the rest of the countries in the world. We're living in a very convulsed world, and therefore we need to think about the politics of Argentina regarding the rest of the countries in the world. If there is a lot of countries that are looking forward to cooperate with Argentina, something else that we need to take into account is the Food International Fund that Argentina is included in. We have great opportunities with international trade. We also have knowledge and experience on our side. So we cannot reject the great opportunity to have international trade, the opportunity to cooperate with other countries. So we need to protect these relationships we have. This relationship will provide employment for more than 2 million Argentinians. So, the other candidate proposed to end relationships with other countries, especially with those with have a religious relation with Argentina. So what I say is that we need to preserve this relationship with other countries. We will hear now Javier Milei. I do believe fondly in the importance of international trade. But I do believe that international trade would not improve our current situation. And that the state does not have the responsibility to intervene in this kind of relation. So the state will end up being an impediment for the country to advance.
Therefore, and we have to trade with the other countries. And I tell you that it's false. The private people don't have to be involved in everything else. And because it's going to be paid and in the falling of the wealth of the Argentinian, we're going to have better profits. On the other hand, regarding international relations, I reiterate my nation with a world free and with Israel in the United States. We want to widen the relations, widen all these relationships. Do not respect the individual, the respect of the individuals. Therefore, but then I don't want to be involved with. The liberty advances, that does not mean that is a position of us. In the first debate, I asked you to apologize to the Pope. In the interview when I was a candidate. Are you going to apologize with the Pope? Yes or no? Well, that apologies, I said it internally, and he knows I did it. Is that a problem of apologizing? And secondly, we are able to receive it in Argentina. And to give it the own honors of the chief of spiritual church. At the same time, regarding the Malvinas Islands, the Malvinas Islands are Argentinian. And not only that, we are going to have all the diplomatic nations, and we should stop the old nationalism. You said that Margaret Thatcher was your idol. I invite people to look for it on the internet. And you're starting to say things and otherwise contradict yourself. Is she your idol? I didn't answer those kind of questions. The man in touch was with others throughout histories. What happens is, I understand Thatcher had something, and it seems that you're very upset because she fallen to the left wing. The heroes are not negotiable for even if for you are more than a figure. I believe that it's important that you said if the party have the right to determination. With that criteria, let's say that you have to take into account that you should not take into account those kind of goals because they weren't right. And we were talking about a war, and we lost a war. We lost a war for diplomatic ways. Can we raise the quality of the debate because it's very poor? We don't know if you're going to defend or not the Malvinas Islands. Of course, you're going to defend it. We don't know. We don't know if you're going to defend it or not. We want to know. Do not interrupt yourself. You went from one side and then for the other side. Are you going to maintain relations or not? The trade relations they are established with the government. Let's remember that the government of Alberto Fernandez did not talk about all this.
Bueno, veo que tenés mala memoria porque
I see that you have a lot of memory.
en Brasil en medio de la pandemia, pero te vuelvo a preguntar,
I ask you again,
¿vas a mantener la relación con Brasil y con
are you going to maintain the relation with Brazil or not?
Del sector privado son del sector privado.
Private sector is the private sector.
se establecen los países, los aranceles, los
The relations established the countries, and
vas a mantener sí o no?
are you going to maintain it or not?
Hablando de toda una política de regulación del comercio
We're talking about a policy of relation of trade.
¿Qué tiene que ver? Eso es una
What do they have to do? What do they have to do?
currículum se llama, dale. Yo digo, sé más serio, armar argumentos serios, Sergio, dale.
We are talking about something serious.
Javier, que lo que no le estás queriendo decir al
Javier, where you're not telling all the people
vas a dejar a 2 millones de argentinos sin trabajo.
you're going to let 2 million Argentinians without work.
Hay que explicarle a los trabajadores,
We should play workers.
hay que explicarle a los trabajadores del puerto del Gran Rosario,
We should explore the workers of the big Rosario port.
hay que explicarle a los trabajadores de las terminales automotrices
We should explain that to the workers of the the workers.
del Mercosur, la ruptura de la relación
The break of Mercosur, the break of the relations with Brazil,
representan
and what it represents and consequences,
y un impacto en las exportaciones
and an impact in imports,
18 mil millones de dólares.
and $28,000.
Se puede regir por caprichos, no
And this kind of
por ideología, se debe
this is not a case of ideology.
nacional.
It should be a mere national. It should be an interest of the national state.
El sector privado va a seguir, no es que va a dejar de existir.
The private sector is going to continue.
O vos creés
It is not going to be stopped.
que digamos, lo podría comercializar desde otro lado, por lo tanto, digamos, o sea, vos te crees que los chinos quieren
It could be done from another part of the world.
lo vendés a los chinos, se lo podría vender a otros. Deja de
It could sell it to China or to others. Stop nationalizing debts.
Javier, 90%
Javier, 90%,
de 5 provincias argentinas
90% of the 5 provinces of Argentina
Pero de vuelta, ¿cuál es el problema? Si no,
want to know this, but what is the problem?
si no digamos, hasta lo pueden triangular. Dale, no le
el
pongas un
principal
límite
comprador
mentales
de
a la
soja en
gente
el mundo es
que no
China.
tiene.
Que
We
sea
want to know. We want to know what are you going to do?
Por favor, no se interrumpa.
Do not interrupt yourself. Keep going.
Sí, sí, claro. Continúe, Sergio Massa.
Unfortunately,
lo que estamos viendo
what we're seeing
es alguien que por prejuicio ideológico
is someone that
su propia mirada al interés de los y las argentinos.
is making his own interest and not the interest of the Argentina as a country.
Tiene que dejar de pensar en sí mismo
It should stop thinking on himself and begin thinking of the country.
En definitiva, yo creo en una Argentina libre.
I want a free Argentine. I want a free country,
No como los que quieren regular el comercio.
not as the one who want to regulate trade
Su gobierno con la CIRA y subsidiándole,
and have suffragettes.
que importan.
Javier, te llevaron los que te abandonaron hoy en el salón,
The one who left you today here,
volvé al lugar de la discusión económica.
you should come back to the place of the economic discussion.
Económica. Y vos no podés entender de qué se trata una triangulación.
And you cannot understand what the triangulation is about.
No se lo vendo A, se lo puedo vender a B. Y si no fuera así, entonces quiere decir que estás protegiendo a alguien.
And you're protecting someone, means that you're protecting someone.
Bueno, claramente
Well, clearly,
mandando a nuestros exportadores a Brasil y a nuestros exportadores a China a triangular
you're sending us the export of China Brazil to triangulate this
con el Banco Central.
with the central bank
Fiscal, la Argentina transformada en una guarida fiscal.
and to transform the country in a closed place.
Luego, ¿de qué hablas? De
What are you talking about? You're talking about how the politics has seen in Alcide and people all?
La que tiene departamentos, propiedades y cuentas en Estados Unidos. Es la tuya.
No, the account that has apartments or property in the United States is yours.
Funcionario público, si tenés una denuncia que hacer,
Do you have you have any demand to make?
Te pediría que lo que te pasan los datos te los pases bien porque te pasaron información falsa.
I will say that the ones that are telling you that are telling you false information.
Quiere concluir su idea, candidato Sergio Massa.
You should conclude your information, candidate.
We were looking at the debate in Argentina, the last presidential debate before Argentina's election. The first topic that the candidates discussed today was the economy, and this, as we were anticipating with our guest, was one of the key topics to see in this debate. Economics has been in the forefront of the Argentine debate this whole year. Let's recall that Argentina is facing a severe economical crisis with close to 140% of inflation. And we are now going to listen to the candidates talk about health and education.
Para nosotros la educación y la salud es sumamente importante.
We know that health and education are primary points. So therefore, that's why those ministries will have four main offices. And all of them would be directly related to those fields. When you take a look to the history of humanity, you know that these 2 points have played a very important role in development. So, therefore, we can understand that it's paramount for people to be healthy and to be well fed. That's why we're paying so much attention to food and education, especially with children. We know that education and work are paramount to form our citizens. I would like to tell to Argentinians in general that when we are talking about human capital, we need to understand that public education and especially in those rural areas are the things that we have to defend right now. So we can tell that a large amount of our incomes and funds will be directly for improve the condition of this system. So it's going to be mandatory for kids to go to school from the first grade to the third one. We're also going to secure and assure the rest of the grades because this is the way how we form our citizens and prepare them for work. We're also going to destine funds for the universities. Paying special attention to the wearable technologies. And regarding healthcare, we will also include personalized medical assistance, and we can do it also directly into the person's domicile. Argentina deserves to have a solidary systems that provide health and education for its citizens.
Me resulta muy interesante todas las propuestas que
I found very interesting
el ministro Massa
all the proposals that Minister Massa had said.
en el poder. Yo no sé por qué no lo hicieron. Es más,
I don't know why they didn't do all those proposals previously.
compromiso con la alfabetización. Y le digo más,
We heard before about this alphabetization compromise, which is heard right now.
¿sabía que el 30% directamente no lo termina? Usted sabe
And did you know that about 30% of the population did not receive proper education?
que chicos no entiende lo que lea y el 70% no puede resolver un problema de matemática básica?
And there are about 70% of young children that cannot be able to solve a basic math problem.
Garantizar de que lleguen a la, digamos, ni siquiera terminan la secundaria.
So if you can guarantee that these kids can end basic school, how would you provide
A los chicos de la pobreza,
support for the rest of them? How would you take them out of poverty?
hay que resolver esa parte del
How will they be educated and provide for them, especially when they have to have something to eat? We're going to pay special attention for small children and those who are in primary school.
nada es gratis. Yo lo que te digo es,
We know that anything can be for free.